Hello, my name is Alicia Monat, and I would like to discuss with you today an issue that we are facing in our country regarding gun violence and how our current regulations are failing the people of the United States of America. Gun-related crimes are at an all-time high here in the United States. It is our responsibility to create and enforce regulations on a person's age, gun type, and background checks in order to ensure the reduction of crimes such as violence, homicides, and suicides. The first topic I would like to discuss with you is the age in which we can purchase a gun, both at the state and federal levels. Currently, the state and federal regulations are too lenient in regards to the age of purchase and make guns available to children and young adults with still developing brains. To give you a better understanding of this, let's talk a little bit about some of the current laws. Federal law dictates that licensed gun dealers may not sell a handgun or ammunition to anyone under the age of 21, but may sell a long gun and ammunition such as a rifle or a shotgun to someone as long as they are 18 years old. State law, on the other hand, is very different. It ranges from state to state, most being 18 to 21 years old. However, some categories do not have an age restriction at all. All these rules change, however, when you talk about unlicensed gun dealers or independent dealers. Federal law states that unlicensed gun sellers may sell to someone if they are 18 years of age, if it is a handgun or ammunition, and there is no age on long guns and ammunition. Again, state law varies significantly from state to state, and some do not specify an age at all. Federal law does not allow persons under the age of 18 years old to be in possession of a handgun or ammunition unless it is for employment, ranging, farming, target practice, or hunting. Federal law provides no minimum age for possession of long guns or long gun ammunition, however. Confused yet? You should be, because there is a lack of consistency between federal and state, as well as from one state to another. If you are not of age in one state, you can simply cross into another state with a law that suits your age and purchase a firearm there. Another problem regarding age is the science behind the number itself. Here in the United States, we consider 18 to 21 an age that is considered to be an adult in laws for voting, purchasing alcohol, and so on. However, medical data shows that part of the brain responsible for impulse control, judgment, and long-range planning are among the last areas of the brain to fully mature, and in fact, may continue to develop until at least age 26. Gun dealerships do not profit from selling weapons, and the lower the age in which they can sell them, the more potential for profit. But at what cost to our society? Should these profits outweigh the death of a loved one? The next topic I would like to discuss with you is the type of guns we are making available to the public. The action of a weapon, or how many rounds of ammunition a weapon holds and how quickly it can fire those rounds, should be limited by state and federal law in the civilian gun buying and possessing world. Most states do not regulate the type of military-style weapons and the large capacity magazines that are often used in mass shootings. 9 people were killed within 30 seconds when a shooter in Dayton, Ohio, opened fire with an AR-style pistol, which had been modified to act as a rifle and had a drum magazine that could hold up to 100 rounds. These types of weapons were originally designed to benefit the military and support their operations. The same can be said in regards to the size of magazines as well. In Vietnam, the magazine of the first M16 held 20 rounds. This increased to 30 rounds to compete with their enemies' AK-47 magazines of 30 rounds. This signified a need and justification for an increase of rounds. Yet when civilian versions were made similar to them, the magazine size equaled that of the military's and still being sold that way today. The physical characteristics of a weapon, meaning the size and support of that firearm, is regulated by both federal and state law. However, the laws for long guns should be much more strict like those of handguns. 4 out of 16 school events were committed by those aged 18 to 20 years old, and all of those events included long guns. The last thing I would like to discuss with you is in regards to background checks. When purchasing or owning a firearm, there should be both federal and state mandated background checks to ensure legal guns are not falling into the hands of unfit owners or operators. Today, only 20 states and the District of Columbia regulate private sales, either by mandating checks at the point of every sale or by requiring permits to purchase a firearm. In fact, an estimated 22% of U.S. gun owners acquired their most recent firearm without a background check, which translates to millions of Americans acquiring millions of guns, no questions asked, each year. Here in Arizona, I can give or sell a weapon to anyone without doing a background check on that person, since it falls under a private sale. Guns should be kept out of the hands of persons previously convicted of violent misdemeanors and felonies. Research has shown that denying handgun purchases to people convicted of serious misdemeanors reduces the risk of committing new violent crimes by 20 to 30%. The cost of gun violence is in the range of $100 billion a year by one estimate. When laws are in place, they have shown a positive effect. There is an estimated 18% reduction in homicides by denying those who have been convicted of a violent crime access to a firearm. I am asking you, America, to stand with me to help protect people from horrors of gun violence. Some great ways to get involved to help change these regulations are through civil protests, petitions, speaking at government meetings, and educating everyone on the rise in gun crimes here in the United States. Most importantly, however, I encourage each and every one of you to get out and vote in both local and national elections on stricter gun laws. Awareness is the first step to change. I do not believe our founding fathers wanted children or people unfit to carrying firearms to have easy access to them when the Second Amendment was drafted. Our Second Amendment rights are not being violated by placing restrictions on who can possess a firearm. Thomas Jefferson once said, "I am not an advocate for frequent changes in laws and constitutions, but laws and institutions must go hand in hand with the progress of the human mind." As that becomes more developed, more enlightened, as new discoveries are made, new truths discovered, and manners and opinions change, with the change of circumstances, institutions must advance also to keep pace with the times. We might as well require a man to wear still the coat which fitted him when a boy as civilized society to remain even under the regimen of their barbarous ancestors. I don't know about you, but I can't fit in my childhood pajamas anymore, and these laws don't fit our current society.